right. And so you've had a few more sessions since your last video that we did.
Yep.
And you've added in some colonics. And so how do you feel since adding in? I think you've done about 4 colonic sessions.
Yep.
And today you actually did one a couple of hours before your lymph massage.
Yes.
So how are you feeling about the whole process and what are you noticing?
I'm loving the colonics. I'm feeling like it's just cleaning me out that much more, and I'm feeling refreshed, rejuvenated. I'm feeling I have more energy. When I go to do my Bikram yoga, I feel like a little more fluid, not so heavy and dense.
Because you go to Bikram like 3 times a week, don't you?
I do Bikram 3 times, and then hot Pilates a couple times a week. So I'm in the hot room probably 4 or 5 days a week. So I was getting to where I was feeling heavy and dense, and this has really helped, I think, getting the hydration in there and a little bit more fluid and just feeling just a little bit not quite as dense and heavy.
And with the lipedema, that's particularly bad in the legs,
that's
the calves and the
heavy
legs.
and dense. This is just allowing me to feel a little more fluid. Yeah, and I'm just feeling more energized, and I'm just feeling clearer. And my body
1 out of 10, not to interrupt you, sorry.
You're good.
1 out of 10, what would you say your energy was before and now?
Since the colonics?
Yeah, 10 being like never wanting to get out of bed.
Oh gosh, the comparison.
Or that's backwards.
Yeah, I'm feeling probably about an 8.
Awesome.
Where before when I was doing the lymph massage, it brought me to probably about 8 feeling better to 10.
Yeah, 8, like 10,
Yeah,
I said that
great.
backwards.
Yeah,
10 being
I'm
full,
not
I was thinking
100%.
fatigue. Yeah.
My goal, I would love to be at a 10, but I'm about an 8 now. And then doing the lymph massages brought it to probably about a 6, 5, 6. And before that, before any of this, before surgeries and before any of this, it was a 2.
So 2, and then surgeries and stuff, and then the lymph massages brought it up to a 6, and then now the colonics is an 8.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm definitely feeling a difference.
That's huge.
And that's been 2 a week for 2 weeks. So
Yeah, 4 colonics in 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
And then see you once a week. So, yeah, definitely progressing.
I love
So,
that.
yeah, I know. I'm very excited, feeling great.
Yay.
Yeah.
And then you had mentioned, tell me about your history with rolfing. Like, how long were you doing that? Was that for the pain?
Years. That was for, I had a neck injury. So I did it originally for the neck injury before I even knew about lipedema. I've been aware of it for about 8 years because I've had 2 surgeries in about 7 years. So I was doing the rolfing for my neck injury and the realigning, and it was great. Kept me aligned, and she was great. We had great success with that. And then eventually, by the time after the second surgery, I still had some heaviness and some denseness. And then she went off to do other things, and so now and that's when I found you shortly after. And it's been, the lymph massage has been amazing for recovering with lipedema, because it's something you have to just keep. I've had the 2 surgeries, like I said. I do everything I can in my power to keep everything under control with the shaker machine, walking, everything.
All your self-care.
And the compression as much as I can, the self-care. And I feel like with the lymph massage, getting things moving. And it took a while. It took
It's a little bit of a journey with the lipedema. You're at like, what? This is your second package of 6, so you're probably like 8 or 10 sessions in.
Probably, I think more than that. But I think a few more than that. But I think even the session or 2 before the colonics is when I started seeing a little difference. And then bam, with the colonics, just get things. Didn't realize that 65% of the lymph goes through your colon. So I know the skin, your bladder, your liver, and your colon, and I had no idea. So once I learned that, average of 65% needs to run through the colon, I thought, wow. So that's why maybe just everything moving and going. So yeah, I feel great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you had mentioned that you were talking to one of your friends about this and that you felt like you were getting more results from this than the rolfing. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so. I think the rolfing is more structural, and the fascia and the connected, it all works together, but that's more of adjusting certain places and moving, a certain spot maybe, where the lymph massage is just, you're just from head to toe. I didn't realize how much with my legs, I kept thinking we needed to focus on work my legs more. And then you're like, well, it's all connected. That's what you got to drain the whole body. And that's how I learned after surgery, so much of the weight is fluid. So once I've had the surgery, you're just the fluid all over your whole body. You carry fluid your whole body. Mm-hmm. So just because one area is blocked, you think, oh, my legs are heavy. But you realize you carry the fluid everywhere. So you've got to drain. So the 2 hours is necessary to get everything from head to toe moving. It's not just like, oh, my legs are heavy.
Yeah, it's almost not enough time sometimes.
Yeah. You get in there and it's like just feeling the flow. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's crazy because I have a lot of experience with doing pre and post-op lymph for just liposuction, not the lipedema
surgery.
And that's what happens is they go in and they suck out the fat, and your body says there was something here. Send lymph, fill this in, and so like you get the fat sucked out, but then your body is like panic mode, and so it sends a whole bunch of fluid and pressure to fill in the same area. So and then you need, then the lymph massage and stuff retrains that and gets it out. But yeah, without that step, you took the fat, but you replaced it with a different substance.
And the fluid was there in addition to the fat. Most of lipedema, a lot of lipedema, you think, I've got 40 pounds of fat. It's probably 20 fat, 20 water. And so you got to get rid of the fat. But the fluid is just as important to remove out of your body as the fat. So fluid is what is just that. We're still learning. It's just so complicated and so much. I just know that I've been doing this, trying to be comfortable and have as much as a highly functioning, healthy lifestyle as I can. And so I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah. And making progress.
Yeah. And at my age, I feel great.
That's awesome. And another thing that you said that was super exciting that touches on a lot what I talk about with my athletes is, you do all the hot yoga, you do the hot Pilates, and you just went and did a super hard hot Pilates class and didn't have any soreness. You were feeling great.
Felt great. Yeah. And I just turned 62 a couple days ago.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And most of the class are in their 20s and 30s, and I'm in there keeping up. Something I never dreamed of before pre-surgery, before we even knew what lipedema was. I just thought I was heavy and couldn't do it. But realizing that there's life after diagnosing lipedema, and just doing what you can, doing the best you can.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It's
not a destination.
It's not a destination. Surgery isn't like, okay, great, I got the fat out, I'm good to go. No, it continues. You have to continue your eating lifestyle, your exercise life, all the things. And every case is so different. It's figuring out what works for you.
And you mentioned that you have a few sisters that also have lipedema, and they don't do the self-care that you do.
Some of them do. Some don't have the pain. I have one sister, and I seem to have the most pain, discomfort. I have a couple sisters that have the heaviness and are active as well. But it just seems that we all have our own different things that we deal with it. We're all very different with our eating lifestyles or exercise lifestyles, and so we're also different. So we can come together and discuss it and have
completely different experiences.
Yeah, different experiences. Yeah. So let's be careful not to compare, sizes and symptoms, all of it. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens for you in the next few sessions.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.